for Miami. Powell at the 2 with Wiggins at the 3. Jovic and Bam play together inside. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. And for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Brunson against Mitchell. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Defenses have to anticipate that Brunson will put them in awkward, tough situations. He's got a knack for it with his change of pace and quietly physical play as a point guard.
And the first one at the line is good. In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
And that's good as he hits both shots. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success. This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." BA, back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Now here's Anunoby. He had 25 points in his last game. Towns down low. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. Back to Towns. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3.
Not much you can do to stop this J when Towns gets into the rhythm.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat, coming off a win against the Blazers.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Bridges outside. Brunson, a screen on Powell. Three-pointer, Bridges. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Mitchell. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And had a high number of steals. Just a ball hawk, striking fear into the opponent.
Powell. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Bridges outside. Brunson, a screen on Powell. Bridges down low. Powell covers. Mitchell against Brunson. Soft touch off the glass.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Mitchell against Brunson. Wiggins outside. Adebayo, a screen on Anunoby. Pass to Jovic. Now Adebayo. Oh, Robinson with a block.
We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else. Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Now here's Brunson. 23 points for him last game against Minnesota.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Here's Brunson. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
That free throw good from Brunson.
And Brunson really is a leader both on and off the floor. His example, when he speaks words of truth and passion, and his will and drive to win is infectious.
Ware's checked in for Jovic. Good on both. Now here's Powell. In the game against Portland, very impressive. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Ware. Powell outside. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. Powell's got 5.
This is Powell's game. He's a scorer. He's a shooter that's always ready to let it fly, and he can do it off the catch as well as off the dribble.
Now here's Robinson. He's scoreless. Back to Brunson. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their last encounter in Miami.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Here's Brunson. Nails the 16-footer. Give him 8 points now.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Boy, the progression of Wiggins' game out beyond the arc. He now is not only shooting that shot, he's expecting to make it.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Adebayo in the post. Anunoby covering. Adebayo sets a screen. The 3 from Mitchell. And again, Miami with a triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. The rebound by Ware.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Adebayo, a screen on Bridges. Powell for 3. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 7. Over to the left wing. Here's Brunson outside. Hits the trifecta. Brunson's got 11 points.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket, no matter who was offering the resistance.
First free throw is good, and the Knicks making a change here. Hart's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. 6-point game. Oh, there's the alley. And a big finish by Robinson.
Robinson loves to hammer it down whenever he gets the chance, and with force.
Powell outside. Outside Mitchell. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Where the screen. There's the 3. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 6.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And here comes the break. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've placed an emphasis on beating up that offensive glass, and it's paying off with all of these second chance buckets.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
Clarkson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
Yeah, even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Clarkson for 3. He drops it from range.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Heat leading by 6. Here's Larson. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. Down low. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Robinson, a screen on Adebayo. Here's Towns. Pass to Robinson. Kicks it out to Clarkson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And now that we have a break, let's take a look at the league's best rebounders. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
And the Heat with some changes. Fontecchio comes in for Adebayo. And Yakachonis subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Yakachonis. Pass to Ware. Miami moving it around. Here's Yakachonis. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Towns outside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
At the line, 1 shot.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
Here's Yakachonis. Elbow shot on the way. And it comes off the front of the rim. Knicks trail by 5. Robinson finds Brunson. Crafty move. And the layup is up and in. Brunson's got 13 now.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Pass to Yakachonis. Here's Ware. Robinson defending. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Miami Heat said Coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Here's Yakachonis. Brunson defending. Here's Ware. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Brunson. And Miami also making a switch. Norman Powell, he's checked in for Larson. A minute 37 left to play in the first. Clarkson against Powell. Clarkson outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Miami leading by 3. A minute 9 left in the first. Clarkson against Powell. Pass to Yakachonis. Fires from the wing. Hart pulls it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Clarkson. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter here. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Simone Fontecchio.
As he often does, Clarkson pushing the action, drawing the trip to the line.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
We got this.
He hits the second from the line. There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. Powell surveying the D. To the middle. Here's Fontecchio. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
And here's Clarkson. From deep. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for the Heat. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Powell is out there with Yakachonis. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. Yabusele can't hit.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
To the inside. Ware, that's good. Ware's got 8.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Bridges. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota.
And he really contributed on defense. Brought the intimidation with 2 big blocks.
So it's Miami now, after the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Powell. That's short off the rim.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Bridges. Well, Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples and hit a respectful 34%.
23 over a, close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3 1/4 years on the court. Yeah, the 3 ball was not being shot a lot. I will tell you, I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting 3.
Here's Powell, after the basket by New York on the other end. Shot clock at 5. The shot. Clarkson grabs a miss. Knicks trail by 4. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And Clarkson never takes his foot off the accelerator. He puts pressure on defenses and gets these type of calls.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. OG Anunoby's checked in for McBride. Good on the second one. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Ware. Miami moving it around. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And New York has possession. Miami making their last shot. And the basket by Bridges.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Miami, they're in 6th place, but still time to make a move in the standings. And of course there are the Knicks. They're just 1 rung below them.
I think for the Heat, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now here's Jaquez. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
Here's McBride following the 3-point basket by Miami. 3-pointer, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
Powell outside. Pass to Ware. Here's Yakichonis. Jacks up a 3. And the Heat, another 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Bridges. 13 points in the game. Yabusele the screen. Hart from long range. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Powell. Here's Yakichonis. He's got 6. Here's Jaquez. And again, it's Miami from deep.
They are heating up, percolating here in the second quarter, letting it fly from distance.
Hart with a screen on Powell. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Heat leading by 6. Here's Yakachonis. Fontecchio outside. Itaquez on the wing. Pass to Powell. Takes the 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's McBride. 14 points for him last game against Minnesota. Yabusele in the post. Working on Ware. Powell outside. Pass to Yakachonis. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Yabusele. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Yabusele a screen on Powell. It's Bridges on the wing. Powell covers. Just 4 to shoot. From outside the arc. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Yakachonis. Back to Ware. Powell outside. Here's Yakachonis. Now here's Ware. Back to Powell. And there's the lob. And stolen by Bridges. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hart. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hart is a team-first guy. Does a little bit of everything and loves to set up his teammates.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Yabusele. Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Wiggins against Anunoby. Powell outside. Ware the screen. Powell, it's good. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tremendous work inside by Powell, refusing to be dismayed by the contact.
And here's Brunson from the arc. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Pass to Powell. Shoots over Anunoby. And there's another one for the Heat. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 8. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And again, New York with the triple.
Brunson getting loose. He's calling his own number to great effect in this one.
Adebayo with it. Hart covering. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First one falls.
You have to love the style Bam brings with him to the floor. He's such a spirited player, and you can see his teammates enjoy it as well.
Larson's checked in for Miami. And both free throws good for Adebayo.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Knicks trail by 7. Pass to Shaman. Back to Brunson. Adebayo grabs the board.
You're not going to get a better look from mid-range. He's definitely disappointed with himself there.
Hey, Wiggins with the elevation.
Boy, I tell you what, you got major bounce, but the long arms of Wiggins gives him an extra advantage converting at the rack.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Miami with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Now here's Adebayo. On the wing, Mitchell. Brunson defending. Larson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Knicks have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Towns with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. Towns passes to Brunson. And there's the foul. It's on Khalil Ware. That'll be a second foul of the game. Miami making a switch here. Jovic is checked in.
Heat substitution. Number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Towns against Adebayo. Towns on a screen. Clock at 6. And again, the Knicks missing. Miami leading by 9. Pass to Larson. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
So for the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Hart, and it's Bridges in for Shamet. Robinson finds Bridges. Towns on a screen. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Jovic. Miami has got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Here's Adebayo. And too long on the shot. Knicks trail by 11. Bridges, left side. Anunoby on the wing. Outside Brunson. To win the cold spell. Towns for 3. Ooh, a silky three-pointer from Towns.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Adebayo, a screen on Anunoby. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Brunson. And they're pushing it up. Brunson speeds in to finish the break. Miami leading by 6. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. 17 points for Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Brunson with it, guarded by Adebayo. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams. The Heat in second.
The assist numbers they're posting as a squad is a real testament to how willing they are to rely on each other. There's a lot of trust amongst these guys.
That one's off.
So hard to shrink a deficit when you can't keep pace at the line.
And he's good on the second. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Brunson. The Heat making their last shot. Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Mitchell grabs a miss.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Miami shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And the free throw, no good. Knicks trail by 11. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Brunson. One second left. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat head by 11 points. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Cavaliers, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny. There's a talent gap here.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the New York Knicks.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Heat leading by 11. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. Now here's Mitchell. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game.
I'll tell you, Bam is having a massive impact on this game. They just can't stop him.
New York shooting 56% today. And he lobs it up top. And a big finish by Robinson.
Tell you what, I can't think of a more menacing lob threat than Robinson. He's big, he's got nice bounce, and he's physical. An ideal finisher on that play.
Now here's Mitchell. Out to Powell. Five to shoot. Left side Adebayo. And it's Miami with another.
And Adebayo isn't merely a low post threat. He can also hurt you with his jumper.
Knicks trail by 13. Stolen by Mitchell. And here they come. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Mitchell's got 5.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Outside Anunoby. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. The kick out to Brunson. Launches it. Rebound Miami.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Yeah, you know, we see OG has really improved his jump shot, but I like when he takes that thing inside, uses his athleticism in the painted area.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
And New York has possession. Miami making their last shot. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Brunson passes to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York working the ball around now. Shoots over Powell. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from Robinson. 17 points for Mikal Bridges. Wiggins outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Rising to the rack, Norman Powell, folks. That dude will punch it on you.
Brunson against Mitchell. Brunson passes to Bridges. Towns for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Powell finds Wiggins. And here's Mitchell. Brunson defending. To the right side. Adebayo passes to Jovic. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Outside Anunoby. Towns outside. Screen by Robinson. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
Boy, nice movement from Towns there. Excellent teamwork, and Towns was the catalyst.
Powell against Bridges. Inside. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. 17-point game. Back to Towns. Cat playing big. Oh, my.
He certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
Miami leading by 15. Pass to Adebayo. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Adebayo a screen on Bridges. Powell for 3. And Adebayo slams it in.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Brunson passes to Robinson. Towns for 3, and that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
Pass to Bridges. Mitchell against Brunson. Now Towns. Robinson on the wing. Give him 8. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Knicks
trail by 16. Outside Brunson. Robinson, a screen on Mitchell. Brunson misses. Miami has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Now here's Wiggins. Anunoby covering. Here's Jovic. He's got 6. Adebayo, a screen on Towns. Jovic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Robinson. Three-pointer. Brunson misses.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Back to Mitchell. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Brunson passes to Bridges. Three-pointer. And there's Towns on the assist by Brunson. And that's 17 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Oh, taking it to him, Jalen Brunson. Miami leading by 13. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise.
The Knicks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Jovic. Jaquez comes in for Wiggins. And Yakachonis subbed in for Mitchell. So it's Miami now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Powell, out to the right wing. Here's Adebayo, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Larson's checked in for Powell. Knicks trail by 15. Brunson looks it over. Towns against Adebayo. Towns, left side. 6 to shoot. Back to Brunson. Fires for 3. Rebound Miami.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 24. Puts the move on. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, with his footwork and strength, Brunson is difficult to contain down low, even though he's not that tall.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assist.
And he knocks down the first one. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Robinson with a steal. Brunson up top. And the layup is good off the glass. Brunson's got 27 points.
Boy, Brunson plays so hard. That's great hustle there.
Adebayo feeling it out a bit. Five on the clock. Yep, that one goes. Adebayo's got 16 in the second half.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Towns. He's got 17.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Cat doing what he does.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Outside Adebayo. Pass to Yakachonis. Miami needs to get off a shot here. The three. And that one's good. Jaquez for 3. Jaquez has got 6 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Keep it up for.
So for the Knicks, Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Clarkson comes in for Towns. And it's McBride in for Jalen Brunson. And Miami also making a switch. Fontecchio's checked in. Clarkson outside. Four on the clock. Shot is up. And he hits the jumper for 2. 7 points in the game.
You know, coming into the league with a little hitch in his shot, something Clarkson's worked hard to iron out.
Here's Larson. Sinks that one from the post. And the Heat lead by 17. And New York shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Up top, McBride. Pass to Yabusele. Clarkson outside. Fires high post. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's Yakachonis. And again, it's Miami from deep. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Clarkson. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Heat out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. Have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for Miami. Simone Fontecchio out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Khalil Ware, then it's Norman Powell, and it's Yakachonis in at the point guard position. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Pass to Fontecchio. Now Jaquez. Shoots a fadeaway. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Outside McBride. No good on the 3.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
It's Powell on the wing. McBride covers. Here's Yakichonis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Yabusele, a screen on Powell. Anunoby finds Towns. And the Knicks miss again.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Yakichonis. Out left to the wing. The 3 on target from range.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Clarkson passes to Towns. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. That one's no good.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
Pass to Towns. Over Powell. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 12 points in just the second half.
Towns can do some exciting stuff on the floor. We're seeing it from him here in this one.
Here's Yakichonis. Powell with it. Down low. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Yakichonis, no good. The Knicks have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th.
Elevating like a rocket booster. Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Miami leading by 21. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. And Adebayo slams it in.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Hart comes in for McBride. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Outside Hart. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson finds Robinson. That shot missing. Nice D from Ware. Heat leading by 23. Here's Jaquez. And Miami again with the bucket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Anunoby. Towns for 3. Knocks down the triple. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Yakachonis. He's covered by Clarkson. Powell outside. Pass to Ware. Shot clock at 5. Fades. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now Clarkson. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
And that one falls for Clarkson. And some changes here for New York. Bridges, he's checked in for Hart. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Towns. Mitchell's checked in for Miami. And so Clarkson nails both of them. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Norman Powell has grown dramatically as a playmaker. He's dangerous with the rock in his hands as a scorer and dime dropper.
New York has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Powell against Clarkson. And down it goes. 2 points.
You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Pass to Ware. Powell outside. Outside Jaquez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Powell. Puts up a deep 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Brunson passes to Robinson. New York working the ball around now. Bridges against Jaquez. Clarkson, right side. There's the triple. The kick out to Brunson. Fires from deep. The rebound by Ware.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
Adebayo passes to Mitchell, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Getting the ball into the paint for a close range look. That's a nice pass.
And some changes here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anunoby, and Hart subbed in for Clarkson. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Miami. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Powell with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. And Powell with the stuff.
When the break is on, I mean, Powell is looking to beat everybody down the floor. He's a very opportunistic scorer.
Outside Brunson. To the paint. Here's Towns. Nails the 16-footer. Towns has got 17 points here in the second half.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
On the wing, Mitchell. Brunson defending. Pass to Wiggins. It's stolen by Hart. And they're on the break. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Catching the defender a little out of position that time. Hart gets a chance for a freebie right there.
At the line, 2 shots.
Free throw good. Hart.
Josh Hart is one of those guys who just seems to be all over the place all at the same time. I mean, he'll defend anybody, and when it comes to guards, there's nobody that rebounds it better than him.
New York making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. And Miami with a change here too. Jovic, he's checked in for Ware. And both free throws good for Hart. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
Hart with a screen on Powell. For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by Jovic.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Powell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Because he's such a complete scorer now, Powell is at the top of the scouting report. That creates opportunities at the free throw line for him.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
You know, one of the most underrated scorers in the game, in my opinion, is Norm Powell. He's especially lethal and dangerous from the arc, and a real asset for this team.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Ware's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Fontecchio comes in for Jovic. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Wiggins. Larson comes in for Mitchell. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Towns has got the ball here for New York. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Now Bridges. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Brunson. Clock at 6. Pulls it. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's Fontecchio. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Robinson. Back to Brunson. A shot to stop the run. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 30.
You got to get out on Brunson from there, or he's going to make it a long game.
100.
Brunson against Powell. Pass to Larson. Powell outside. Where the screen. Fires the three. And it's Norman Powell with the three. Powell's got 6 points in the quarter.
The get back at you triple by Powell. Remember now, he's about a 40% three-point shooter over his career.
Now here's Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Towns outside. Pass to Brunson from behind the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
You could feel and see that one coming from a mile away. Brunson returning the fire quickly.
129, 103.
Now where? Powell outside. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go. Powell's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Heat.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Bam Adebayo.
Tremendous contribution from him, scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Here's Fontecchio following the bucket by the Knicks. Pass to Powell. Back to Fontecchio. Now where? Robinson defending. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Now here's Towns. Back to Anunoby. Bridges outside. Screen by Robinson from the arc. Bridges misses. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Here's Ware, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So it's the Heat winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Bam Adebayo.